We think of suburban homes as safe havens, cul-de-sacs, mowed lawns, and quiet streets designed to keep the danger out.
But what happens when the danger isn't outside? What happens when a teenager feels completely isolated inside their own house with nowhere to turn?
Welcome to the Cracks in the Suburbs. I'm Stella.
And I'm Bryan. In this series, we aren't talking about crimes or courtrooms. We're investigating the invisible walls that divide a teenager's life before the crisis ever happens, starting right inside the family home.
Teenagers feel caught between two completely different worlds. At home, they have family traditions, strict rules, and high expectations.
But at school, the pressure to fit into divided modern youth cultures is intense.
It's a pressure a lot of people overlook. In a 2009 study published in the Western Canadian Journal of Anthropology, researcher Hugh Van Nago calls this the unfamiliar path.
The research shows that teenagers from minority backgrounds living in majority white suburbs face extreme hidden isolation. They are forced to navigate two completely different sets of social rules every single day.
When the expectations at home feel impossible to balance with the pressure to fit in at school, students can feel like they don't truly belong anywhere. They become invisible in their own neighborhoods.
To see how this reality plays out in our own hallways today, we sat down with an anonymous classmate from a different cultural background. We asked them a simple question: have you ever felt like you had to live a double life?
Yeah, totally. At home, there's a lot of pressure to behave a certain way, speak a certain language, and live up to my parents' traditional expectations. But the second I step onto the school bus, I have to switch it off and change everything just to fit in with my friends. It feels like I'm playing two different characters, and it gets really lonely because neither side shows the real me.
That voice shows us that the cracks in our community safety net start long before anyone notices a problem. When a teen feels forced to hide who they are, they become incredibly vulnerable.
Searching for a place to belong is a normal part of growing up, but when a teenager is disconnected from both their home life and their peer group, they are left completely unprotected.
Next week, we move from the living room to the school hallway to look at the blindness of modern schools and why adults so often miss the warning signs of youth isolation.
Thanks for listening to The Cracks in the Suburbs. See you next episode.